My and your position in life will influence your children, will influence your grandchildren, and influence your great grandchildren. My position, what is my position? My position means that where I'm at spiritually, where I'm at mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, will impact my direct household, my immediate children. Why? Because we are a product of our environment, externally speaking. So if you have kids in your immediate household, those kids are going to, number one, they're going to hear what you say. They may not connect with it, they may not be listening, but they are going to hear what you say. But more importantly, they're going to follow what you, what I, and what we do. They're going to hear, then they're going to do. They're going to model the behavior that is found most prevalent, most consistent, most constant in the environment that they reside in, physically speaking. So let's say, for example, I have a family, wife, one child, two child, three kids, and some grandkids as well. If those people find themselves in our environment on a consistent basis and they see us, myself, my wife, and I, if they see us living a life from a standpoint of instant gratification, then the possibility and the probability of them living from that lower dimension of life increases, because we are all a product of our environment. We normally function from a standpoint of modeling the behavior that we see. So we can hear what a person says and what they say they gonna do all day, every day, all the time. But what do we look for? We look for the evidence of what that person or people said, or what they said they were going to do. We look for that outcome. We look for that fruit. So the fruit in itself of the outcome and what people see, naturally speaking, so with the naked eye, is our behavior. So I'll give you a quick example. The long time when my younger sister was probably she probably was a teenager. She may have been 10, 11, or 12. We were riding in the car, and we used to do this big brother, little sister day, Saturdays, spend the majority of the day together. Take her to all the stores she wanted to go to. We ride, we talk about life, we talk about whatever's on our minds, whatever's on our hearts. We just relationally. My tank was on E, very close to it. And she said, Cage, we need to get some gas. So my first response was, in my mind, no, we good. But my second response was, we do need some gas, because that behavior was sending a signal to her. It was a message being sent to her non-verbally that if a person riding on E consistently, that is reflective of a poverty mindset. If it's a consistent pattern or behavior, that is reflective of a poverty mindset, us having one and it having us. So let's say that I continue to repeat that behavior on a consistent basis. The probability of her being a product of the environment that I set increases, because she may be around me a lot, she may be around me a little, but she'll always experience consciously and subconsciously that environment that we or I created. So our position influences our children, our grandchildren, and our great grandchildren. If we're going to legacy build, we cannot afford to build in the now. We got to build in the now with anticipation and hopes of a greater future for the next generation and the generation to come. This is Mr. Cage's Thought of the Day. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, share it with friends and families that you feel will impact the most.